Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, do I have a lot of things to say. I'm probably crazy. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. But I know that I know. There's so many contradictions. No, but yeah, so what if I told you guys that I figured out why we're here? Like, yeah, what do you mean, Caleb? We've already heard everything. We've heard all the scientists. We already know all the different stuff. But just what if I actually could tell you why are we here? You know, why would you believe some random dude, right? Because comedians are intelligent people! No. But we're onto something. I think philosophers definitely macrocosmically analyze the bigger picture of things, right? I have now stepped into a new domain. Dang. I don't even know how to, intricately explain all these things that I've figured out, but I think most people have heard the terms like an anxiety attack, kind of, or more so along the lines of a mental breakdown or an existential crisis. Well, I've had many of these. And through failing to succeed, I have gathered a plethora of information through a multitude of different sciences, piecing together, well, everything as if it was just an immense, massive jigsaw puzzle of social understanding, right? And what is consciousness? And I'm usually, I don't want to get political. I do not like politics generally that much. But when you start to see the reason for why people make the decisions they make, and you follow the rabbit hole of patterns, essentially, the universe entirely of its creation and everything omnipotently expanding, it's just all patterns, really, like DNA and everything else that exists, and codes, zeros and ones, and just patterns. They're just patterns. And it's phenomenally interesting to me to... I want to explain these things, but I'm working on it. Right now I'm at my dad's house, which I'm extremely grateful for. Still sleeping in my damn car. Dude, it's... After about a month of that shit, dude, it's like... Shit hurts your back! Take my glasses off. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, dude, I got, Answers of the Universe and stuff, bro. It's so crazy, because I really do. That's what's the crazy thing. But, no, it's just... I mainly, what I do is, I'm a philosopher, right? We think, therefore we are. I think, therefore I am. Language is just code in itself, and it has its own rhythmic patterns, just like music is math, and math is music, and everything is of relevancy. Just as we're consuming this media unconsciously, taking in this information, it's the same reason why Hitler was obsessed with paintings, and then all of a sudden, boom, Disney came out with moving paintings, animation, and how the government used Disney to sort of brainwash a perceived collective perspective of the dumb Germans and all these other things. Not that what Hitler was doing was right. I don't think that's fucking right at all. I think, the Holocaust is a terrible thing. But it's interesting to not bury history and also look at how Stalin killed more people than Hitler. And there's a lot of things that are very intriguing in history, definitely choosing a lesser of the two evils. Because mankind, I think from the beginning of time, one of my favorite video games, Bannerlord, I can't wait till that shit comes out because I think we've all been waiting! I want to play that game, dude! Even though I need to get a job and be responsible and be not a starving artist. Not like, dude, I just got done doing like 7 months of roofing, okay? I am fucking done. I'm sick of it. I can work hard. It's just knowing where to channel that energy, when and where. And obviously, triple down on your strengths. Well, you also need to conquer your fears because that's how you build confidence. So there's so many. Oh, dude, this is where it gets crazy. Oh my god, I can't even explain all these things. Like, literally in quantum theory, everything we do, every choice that happens and occurs from moment to moment to moment has Taoistic omnipotent probability in every choice you make. So you can love and hate all at once. This is a very deep concept, but essentially what I've done is I've looked at quantum theory and string theory and music theory and a lot of different fractal geometry and these things, the law of attraction and a plethora of sciences, just like Leo Tolstoy did in Russia. But essentially, you piece together a puzzle, and as I've always been a great, phenomenal chess player and obsessed with trains and stuff because, well, trains carry what a hypothesis I have about weight theory, right? I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm ADHD because I'm a genius. No, I'm just kidding. But my ADHD demons got me. But anyways, trains. So, look, like the trains. I love trains because in the Industrial Revolution, trains were used as a tool to move mass amounts of goods very quickly from point A to point B. A lot of times we don't think or analyze consciously the perception that even driving your car is time travel. Now these conversations, sometimes I feel like I know too much more than I should, but if I can get like on a TED Talks or something and get like on a chalkboard, I can explain and I can literally draw out like the process, the things that I figured out. I need to really summarize and I'm just definitely flushing out these ideas, but they've been so relevant in my collective library of thought for so long. But essentially, I can teach people. This is a service I want to provide for the world. I can teach people the process of growing and growth and what it is, right? All things grow. A lot of, even down to the point, to the very words that we speak, the way we perceive or analyze, is the glass half full or half empty? It is entirely perception, and our perceptions reflect what dictates in our reality. Now, there are inevitable forces that come in that we can't control. And I feel like the people who were born with those sort of struggles have a higher level of understanding, right? Innately, because they've had to struggle since they were at such a young age. Obviously, myself as an example. However, I don't know who to talk to. I'm so alone. I'm so alone. I guess I have to give a lot of history of my background, essentially, but that's not important. What's important is we as human beings, we all want to connect. And it's the same concept of why people are obsessed with TVs and monitors, and they have them in their living rooms as if we worship these things. Or I love the moth memes. They're hilarious. Dank memes, brother. Brother! But it's fascinating because as we connect, even business and the base form of entrepreneurship is all about providing a service for people. Well, then why aren't we evolved to the point in this massively, overly noisy, complex system of, like, dude, it's so overcomplicated to try to look for a job, and then you're bombarded by millions of ads, and it's like, I'm trying to help people, and I have to deal with this shit? What? This system is fucked up, dude. Like, I'm sorry. We need definitely a technological revolution or evolution or industrial revolution or whatever. These things occur throughout time, just as, the stars rotate and the sun and the moon and summer and winter and yin and yang and 1 and 2 and 1 and 0 and math and patterns. It's all relevant. It's all relevant, and I can explain if I just need to, like, I don't know. I need to definitely summarize and gather my thoughts and have a place where I can organize what it is I have inside me that I want to give to the world. And I want it to... I've always been a master planner. I'm stereotypically obsessed with RTS games, real-time strategy, and like chess player, and freaking, it's just like the patterns are slowly starting to unravel, and I'm like, wow. Okay. All right. But anyways, my ego is leaking out my pores because we all secrete those juices out your armpit holes, out your pores. We're like water. Everything can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Right? But there's an innate truth in Eastern philosophy. Oh, but Caleb, aren't you supposed to be a right-wing fucking Christian, bigoted, misogynist? Well, actually, I look at science, and the number one rule of interpreting the reality around us. This is why I love language. I'm trying to learn Russian right now. There's reasons for that, but technically, scientifically, language are just subjective sounds that we add interpretative meaning to, or subjective interpretative meaning to. There's a lot of different ways to say that. But in that study, because if music is math, math is music, and everything's flowing through eternity as far as we know, or can begin to perceive, well then, my God, I guess we are all unique snowflakes after all! It's kind of funny. It's hilarious. The contradictions, how they bounce around. The big bad God, guns, and Trump, Republican, freaking... God damn it, Bobby, tell you what, boy. Dude, I just want to make comedy videos. I don't even care about politics. I just want to change the world and make things better. And so many people are out there after evil, selfish desires, and I'm just here. I'm just right here at my daddy's. I got my daddy. At least he loved me. I really don't want to sleep on the floor. That shit sucks. Oh. But I've lived in fear and insecurity my whole life, even though it's turned me into smarty pants. This is a quote that I said when I was 15 years old. Yes, I quote myself because I have great memory. I'm about to run out of time. This is the quote. Most people want to feel unique, special, or different. But when you finally separate your thoughts, views, and beliefs from the world, it's more lonely than anything else. Be a leader. Rise above.